And we are back. Welcome back to the Friday Family Film Night podcast. And this is our review of Zootopia 2. Before we jump in, we'd like to remind everyone to please like, share, and follow. According to the IMDb blurb, brave rabbit cop Judy Hopps and her friend, the fox Nick Wilde, team up again to crack a new case, the most perilous and intricate of their career. This is written by Jared Bush with directing credits to Jared Bush and Brian Howard. This is currently streaming on Disney Plus and is tagged as animal adventure, buddy comedy, computer animation, urban adventure, whodunit, action, adventure, animation, comedy, crime, and that's it. This is one of the 5 animated features nominated for Best Picture. We've only watched K-Pop Demon Hunter and Zootopia 2. The other films nominated are Elio, Little Amelie, and Arco.
Nobody cares about those.
I've never even heard of Little Amelie or Arco.
Let's get back to Zootopia 2. I'm going to start with you, G. Did you have a favorite character in this?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I mean, I guess if I had to pick, maybe I'd say Judy. If I had to pick out of the 2, probably Judy. Although she did kind of get on my nerves a little bit. But no, I think I'll say Judy.
Okay. This movie... Is everybody sitting down? This movie cost $150 million to make.
And then didn't it make like $2 billion or something?
It is close to that. It's made $1,864,000,000.
Holy crap.
$223,502. And this only just came out in November of 2025. Wow. That is outstanding. If you had told me that Zootopia was going to make over $1 billion, I would have been like, get the hell out of here. This is an amazing investment. And I'm sure there's going to be a Zootopia 3.
Yeah, didn't they hint at it at the end?
Yeah, they got the hints there at the end.
Yeah. I'm still fighting that this is a Walt Disney film.
Yeah.
I can't believe
what
that it is.
What's there to fight about
well,
it?
because,
it's
so,
Disney.
Because when we were watching it, I was like, this is not a Disney. This is like a DreamWorks film.
Nah.
And everybody's like, no, it's Disney. And I refuse to accept it. And apparently it is a Disney film.
I mean, the big castle in the beginning of the movie should have gave that away.
I didn't believe my eyes. And aren't we living in a time of feelings, not facts?
Yes, there you go.
There you go. All right.
You gotta tell us all to shut up and call us cucks.
Back to you, G. So you like Judy. Did you have a favorite scene in the film? I feel like this movie has made over $1 billion, almost 2. It's not a big deal to spoil anything at this point.
I don't think I have a favorite scene. I'm not sounding very enthusiastic. I thought the movie was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if something in the movie made me laugh. I feel like I laughed at something in the movie, but now I can't remember what it was.
Yes, I'd also like to disclaim this by saying we saw this about a week ago and it's just been incredibly busy, and this is the first time we could sit down and discuss the film, so apologies. I feel like I liked it, but kind of forgettable, although I feel like I liked the first. I did. Yes, I should out myself as and well.
On you.
And we had to rewind it, like 25 minutes to.
It was like 20-ish minutes. Yeah.
But I also feel like, and I don't remember the first one, but I feel like I like the first one more, but what do I know? This is not made for me. This is made for children, and it's cute. It's adorable. They have some really great animation and really good voice actors. And the story was good. It wasn't too dumbed down. I felt like children and adults could enjoy it. Definitely one of those things. And there's some great themes throughout the film. Really great interplay with a lot of the characters. And yeah, it was solid. Olive G, can I come to you? Did you have a favorite character in this film?
Nibbles.
Nibbles?
I love Nibbles.
Why'd you love Nibbles?
She was so stupid and I loved her.
She was a font of a lot of useless information. And she was very enthusiastic too, which I think puts her over, right? Did you have a favorite scene in the film, Olive?
I don't really count this as a scene, but I just remember how like we were like watching the movie, and then I started screaming about how they forgot about Nibbles.
They did technically, and it wasn't until Gary D. Snake went over to help her out.
Yeah, because wasn't that when Nick and Judy had their really romantic scene?
Yeah, which made me uncomfortable. I think I was like, "What is going on?"
Why'd you feel uncomfortable?
Because I felt like this is a kids' film, and not that romance doesn't have a place in kids' movies, but I felt like I don't know. I feel like these two should operate as friends only. I think layering on a romance.
Are you a speciesist?
Maybe that's a problem, and I'm just not aware of it. But
Yeah, they don't really address.
Zootopia, are there any like interspecies?
Yeah, they don't really address that.
No,
I mean,
they don't.
In a world where all these animals are intermingling, you'd figure there'd be like some sort of weird mutation, like
yes, right, but you don't see it.
Lion platypus or something like that.
That sounds really crazy, by the way.
In the movie, they say like the weather walls were created like 100 years ago or so.
Yeah.
So if Zootopia's been like a thing for about a century, you figure by now someone of one species could have fallen in love with someone from another.
Right. Or like some dog cat action or something. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel.
I didn't mean it to make it sound so dirty.
Dog cat action.
All right. Anyway, I feel like it's a little unrealistic that this hasn't happened before.
Right.
Well, the whole thing's unrealistic. You have like elephants living in the same world where like
Well, that's true. But
shrews are walking around. I mean, they would just be getting squashed left and right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe they do. You don't see that in the film, though.
It's like Zootopia After Dark or something like that.
They do.
Zootopia Nights. Like, remember Baywatch Nights?
Yes. Yes.
Suddenly they're fighting monsters.
Can I get your impressions, please, as the other adults at the table? I mean, not that you kids aren't adults, but
We're not.
They're not adults.
you are kind of.
We're not.
I liked it. I think, like you, I enjoyed the first one better just because you had the novelty of it. And I just feel like the characters, I enjoyed watching those characters grow and form the friendship that they do at the end of the first one.
Right. And it was just a stronger story.
It was a stronger story. And on this one, they're already friends. And then you have to throw in some sort of drama that's sort of breaking them up. And that felt kind of almost like a repeat or forced. And then they have like their little bit of a breakup and then they get back together. And yeah, you could sort of see like, oh, there's supposed to be a romance there, but it's not because I guess it's a kid's movie. And also then you would have to broach the whole interspecies thing. But who knows? Maybe they're gonna do that in the third one or something.
But the speech at the end between Nick and Judy was I was like extra, and it went on for a way longer than
it did go like long enough for Nibbles to die. Far longer, way longer. Like Nibbles should have been dead by the end of that speech.
Yes.
Because it wasn't until the end of that speech did Gary go, you know what, I'm going to go take care of Nibbles.
Yes, because I'm uncomfortable with this whole situation.
Nibbles was like.
I think it was a she, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she got injected with poison like so long. Yeah.
All right, it wasn't that long.
It was long enough for her to die.
Anyway, they're talking animals. She survived the poison. Let's move on.
All right, let's move on. I mean, I feel like in a lot of kids' stories, there's always like the lesson to learn. And I think the theme here is, well, the Gary situation is how this species, mammals, were kind of
racist towards reptiles.
Yes. So there's this theme of racism and exclusion and vilifying. So there's these themes that are really interesting because they're not the typical children's fare kind of background stories. It's usually like, let's get along, let's all be friends, pay attention to your mom, and or whatever it is.
Eat your vegetables.
Exactly. So here it's a little bit more nuanced. It's a little bit more layered, but it's still palatable for a young child or young audience to kind of get into. And it's also done in a way where an adult sitting with said child or children can also enjoy this film. And it didn't feel preachy or anything, but I don't know if it really tackled the issue and really gave a really great fix for it. So I want to just go around the table and just see. There's no right or wrong answers. This is a review. It's all impressions or opinions, so there's not a right or wrong answer. I'm going to start with you again, G. What did you think of the story itself? Did you think that it was constructed in a well thought out way, that it addressed the issues that it brought up, but also kind of wrapped up nicely? Or do you think that it was just okay, that it was kind of a serviceable piece of entertainment, not really like a teaching tool or whatever?
I mean, I guess a kid could learn from it. It's really like
I guess everyone brings their own personal whatever to it, right?
I guess so. It's a really like simple way of saying it, like the discrimination between animal against other animals or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's not like delve deep into or anything. It's not like horrible or horrifying what you hear. Obviously, it's bad what the reptiles get kicked out of their homes and whatnot. But yeah, it's rather like a simple way of saying it. So I feel like it's a start for a kid to be taught about certain themes like this, I guess.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't think it's purely fluff. I feel like you could sort of start
use this
with
as a conversation.
as like a sort of stepping stone to teach more.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, it's a kid's movie. Obviously, it's not going to be like super, I don't know.
Okay, no, that's fair. I think that's a great answer. Olive G, so for you, you're older than the demographic for this film, but as a young person, would you recommend this film to your friends, let's say? Would you say, hey, you know what? I saw this film. It was kind of entertaining and fun. I think you should watch it. Would you recommend it to other people?
I mean, if they asked about it, sure, but this is just like fluff to me.
Okay.
Like, it was just something fun to watch.
And it didn't make you go, wow, like I have to tell my buddies about watching this, right? Okay, fair enough. Really quick, you and I had seen K-pop Demon Hunter not too long ago. Which film do you like more, that one or this one?
I think I like K-pop Demon Hunters better than this.
I do too.
This was good. I'm
Yeah.
not saying this is a bad movie, but there really wasn't anything special about this. And like I said, I felt the first film handled the adult topic better.
Mm-hmm.
This one had roughly a retread of that, except instead of predators and prey, now it was mammals and reptiles. And it just sort of it felt a bit like a retread. It also didn't feel like it made sense. It was just sort of like, oh, well, guess what? A reptile in the past killed another reptile, and so now
killed a turtle. Wait, a turtle is a reptile?
She was a tortoise. I believe a tortoise is a reptile.
Is a reptile, right? Cold-blooded?
Yeah. And it was like, okay, well, predators killed a lot of prey, and they're still mingling in the town, and everybody's all happy now. Why would you just kick every single reptile out of Zootopia?
Yeah.
Unless, we needed.
I thought this was a place of equality.
We needed it for the plot, and that sort of weakens this story in my eyes.
Right.
And I felt like the first one was better.
Yeah,
and if
I
I'm going to
agree.
compare it to one of the other films, K-pop Demon Hunters, K-pop Demon Hunter wasn't saddled with that sort of like awkward baggage.
Yes, I agree.
It was just that was just a fun story where you never like sat there and were like, well, that doesn't make sense. Whereas in this one, the entire concept of, we're just going to allow this lynx family to completely obliterate an entire town of animals just because one person allegedly killed another person.
Yeah. Well, not person, one animal.
Well, in this movie, they're persons.
Fair enough. Now that you mentioned like the whole retread, I think that's what it is. I think to your point, there's nothing really spectacular or special. I think the first one, because you're just learning these characters and their world building and it's a stronger story, it's more impactful. And I agree with you. It's not that this is a bad film. It's just but it made some phenomenal numbers. So what do we know? G, 1 to 10, what would you give this film?
Maybe like a 6.
Not a 7?
Please stop.
What do you say over there?
Please stop. I would give this a 7.
Olive G.
7. It was better than a 6 because it was entertaining.
It was.
It was entertaining, but I feel like it wasn't as strong as the first one. So I would give it somewhere between a 6 and a 7. And I'm going to say 6.5 for this.
Or you can just say 6.5 like a normal
6.5. There you
It's
go.
the same thing.
Either way. Before we wrap it up, I want to encourage everyone again to like, share, and follow. We are posting this on Friday the 13th, which is the day of the Covenant House Sleepout. I will leave a link in the blurb. Please, 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 if you can donate, that would be fantastic. Covenant House is an amazing organization that helps youth in crisis through programs and mentorship and just support. And everyone that walks through those doors is taken care of and supported and loved. And we need places like this for our youth in crisis. So please, whatever you can give, I'd really, really appreciate the support for my fundraiser. Having said that, I also want to dedicate this episode of the podcast. I think one of the nice things about this film, which happens in a lot of kids' entertainment, is the idea of friendship. Nick and Judy have an amazing bond as friends and coworkers. And I want to thank my work family who have been so generous and so kind in their support of my Sleep Out fundraiser. To my donors, I want to thank Kate and Angie and Melissa and Veli and Tamika and Stacey and Suzette and Sabina and Mian and Rashema. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for your exceedingly kind and generous donations. This is life-changing for the kids that come to Covenant House. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of myself and Covenant House, because your help today is going to impact the lives of these young people that walk through the doors of Covenant House looking for this lifeline. And because of you, they'll be able to get that. So I am humbled and awed and so grateful that you all are part of my life and that you all are so generous and kind. And we'll wrap it up. Again, this is our review of Zootopia 2, currently streaming on Disney Plus. Rated PG with a runtime of 1 hour and 48 minutes. And a reminder, too, that this is Oscar weekend. So this is one of the contenders for Best Animated Feature. My money is still on K-Pop Demon Hunters, but definitely if you've got young children, this is a very entertaining film with some really sweet messages and good voice work and decent story and beautiful animation. So don't sleep on this one. And with that, we'll wrap it up and we'll bid you all a
Good night.
Good night.
good night.